out-of-this-universe ideas about time travel. Time travel enamors the minds of many. We see time travel in a lot of films, for example, the Terminator and Back to the Future establishments. There are even those among us who accept certain individuals to be people who jump through time. Starting today, we have no confirmation that there are, indeed, people who jump through time among us. All the people who goes back and forth through time we know are from the cinema. What we do have today are hypotheses about how time travel might be conceivable and how it would function. Number 1. Einstein's theory of general relativity. The principal hypothesis on this rundown is Einstein's hypothesis of general relativity. This hypothesis assisted physicists with estimating time travel could exist. The hypothesis of general relativity examines how protests in space make a contortion on the space-time continuum, which we know as gravity. Presently, gravity doesn't prompt time travel, yet it has made wonders, both known to exist and estimated, that could prompt time travel. Physicists have utilized this hypothesis to think of and clarify wormholes and dark openings. We will examine both of these wonders further in this rundown. Both of these openings are guessed to be ways that time travel could exist. Without Einstein's hypothesis of general relativity, physicists would not have had the option to interface wormholes and dark openings to potential time travel. Number 2. Wormholes. The second hypothesis that we will take a gander at is one of a ton of expectation yet no genuine verification. Wormholes have not been demonstrated to exist. No wormhole has ever been found in space, yet researchers actually figure they might be there. Despite the fact that no wormholes have ever been distinguished, physicists accept they may exist by taking a gander at Einstein's hypothesis of relativity. On the off chance that wormholes do undoubtedly exist, they might be the response to going through time. It is hypothesized that wormholes are alternate routes through existence. This could mean on the off chance that somebody entered a wormhole, they could venture out to another piece of the universe or through time. Another issue with this hypothesis is that if wormholes existed, they would be little to such an extent that an individual couldn't find a way into them. This would make it outlandish, at that point, for a rocket to fly into one. In spite of the fact that there is no evidence that wormholes exist, this hypothesis is one of the pioneers to why time travel may one day be conceivable. Number 3. Black holes. Dark holes are zones in the universe with such solid gravity that not light escapes. This might have been brought about by a cosmic explosion or potentially the impact of stars. Physicists accept that anything that goes into a dark opening could never get away. Their gravity is solid to such an extent that even time gets eased back down. For time travel to work with a dark opening, you would have to circle around it and not get sucked into its occasion skyline. Since the gravity of the dark opening is so incredible, the time it would take a spaceship to circle around it would be immeasurably unique in relation to time on Earth. A long time would fly by back home. This implies that you would be boundlessly more youthful than somebody a similar age as you when you return to Earth. This, clearly, has never been endeavored, however later on, it could be a path for somebody to time travel. If you like what you see, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Number 4. Cosmic strings. Enormous strings are tight containers of energy that stretch across the universe. They are believed to be remainders of early universe and are conjectured to contain an enormous measure of mass. In this manner, they could twist space-time around them. Researchers additionally accept that these strings are either found in circles or in straight, boundless lines. On the off chance that these strings are surely in lines around the universe, there could be a likelihood that they could make time travel. Researchers accept that if two enormous strings ran corresponding to each other, and were close enough together, they could twist space-time. Since this would be a particularly gigantic curve, it could make time travel conceivable. This hypothesis would work also to the dark opening hypothesis of time travel. Number 5. Traveling faster than the speed of light. This hypothesis comes from Superman himself, kind of. In Superman, 1978, Superman travels back in time by flying so quick that the Earth's pivot inverts. Obviously, that is silly, so some have coasted the clarification that Superman really returned in time by voyaging quicker than the speed of light. How might that work? The speed of light is the quickest anything can go, supposedly. In the event that something voyages quicker than the speed of light, the ideal opportunity for the item to arrive at its objective would come out to a negative number. Hence, hypothetically, it would go back as expected. The gigantic blemish in this hypothesis is that nothing can go quicker than the speed of light. Likewise, researchers investigating this idea have discovered that there would need to be an assortment of components being met for everything to fall into place. Simply voyaging quicker than the speed of light would not meet the entirety of the elements important to time travel.